Hey beauties, what is up? Welcome back to another channel. Not another channel. Hey beautiful people, what is up? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing another empties. It is that time. It's actually because I'm cleaning up my apartment that I need to go through all of my makeup garbage, and it's makeup, skincare, maybe a little bit of hair care and body care as well in there, and just kind of like tell you guys how I'm feeling about them. Now these videos, they're not popular, they don't do well on my channel, but I truly enjoy going through because it does help me really feel good about the fact that I'm using up my products. I have a ton of products. I'm constantly bringing in products, and sometimes I can feel like pretty cluttered, but this is just a way to reassure me that no, I'm actually using up certain things, and also gives me a sense of like what I don't need to buy because I have backups of backups of backups, and I don't need to be doing all of that. And some of these take quite some time to actually empty. So per usual, I'm going to go through all of the products, give you guys just kind of like my thoughts on like how I feel about them, whether anything stood out well enough that I wanted to repurchase, because when you have a ton of products in your collection, it takes a lot to be like, I'm actually going to repurchase that. So I'll give you guys all of those details. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you like this video and you enjoy videos on makeup, skincare, how to save money on all of that. Go ahead and subscribe and let's just jump in. Okay, I don't know why, but I stole all of mine in this like cosmetics company store bag. So that's kind of what I'm going to be reaching into. I do have an empty plastic bag that I'm going to try to like plop it into here after so that I can actually throw it away. So that's the plan today. And I'm going to try to keep this relatively short because I do need to go to Target, and I'm trying to go there and come back as quickly as possible. No lollygagging, no titty-baying. I was trying to figure out what other like words synonyms for lollygagging. Anyways, so the first thing I have is this CosRX Good Morning Gel Cleanser. So this is their low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser. This is actually a really nice cleanser. I wouldn't say it's the best cleanser that I've used. And I wouldn't say that this is a cleanser that I would use at night because it is extremely gentle, and I think it just does a decent job at cleaning the face, which is why I think it's a morning cleanser. Now, when it comes to like mornings, I shower every morning, every night. I'm a twice a day type of gal, okay? But in the morning, my face has had like all of these like nighttime products on it. So sometimes, you know, you have all of these heavy moisturizers. It can feel a little bit greasy. And I feel like this is really good for just kind of like giving it a gentle cleanse without stripping all of the goodness that those heavy creams did overnight. So I would have this in my shower. As I took a shower, I would use this. Sometimes I would rotate between this and my benzoyl peroxide acne wash depending on what my skin was feeling like. Especially because the benzoyl peroxide acne wash can be extremely harsh and stripping to the skin. This is just like a really good gentle cleanser. And yeah, I really like it. I do think it's a morning cleanser though. So if you need something that's heavier at night, that's not one that I would use in like a nighttime routine. What I would use in a nighttime routine though is the Gentle Foaming Cleanser from First Aid Beauty. This baby cleanses, it strips everything to the point where it's almost a little too stripping. You don't need a lot of it. It cleanses really well. I think it's really good for like oily skin types, and I've used this before. I've emptied this before. You've probably heard me talk about this before. First Aid Beauty is one of my holy grail skincare brands because I think that they have gentle, just sensical products that work, and that work well, particularly on acne prone skin. Now, I would describe my skin as being acne prone, oily leaning, no, and I get cystic acne. So I try to really focus on gentle products because I do also have a lot of very strong prescription products that I already use, and some of the products that I use over the counter, I just kind of wanted to supplement it and not overly strip my skin and not be doing too much. And I think First Aid Beauty is one of the best brands for that if you just need, if you're just getting into skincare. You can get a lot of it at TJ Maxx if you were to buy it at like a Sephora or an Ulta. It is on the pricier end. It's not exactly the cheapest skincare product, but it is worth it. Like, I would pay full price for First Aid Beauty. But check your TJ Maxx stores first. That's all I'm saying. Because I think I paid like $7.99 for this at TJ Maxx. I believe I have 2 backups of this. That's how much I love this, that I buy multiples of it when I do see them at these stores, because it's really, really, really good as a cleanser and making you feel just completely clean after you've washed everything off your face. Speaking of First Aid Beauty, I also finished up the Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer. This was a holy grail of mine for so long. This retailed for like $24. At TJ Maxx I paid $12.99 for it, so about 50% off. It is such a lightweight everyday daily moisturizer. Works really good under makeup, works really good with other products. One of the things that I feel like I sometimes have with my skincare is that it doesn't mix well with other products. So I'll have pilling, and this is not one of those that does that. This just mixes with everything, at least for me. It has no scent, no extra fragrance, nothing in there. Really gentle on the skin. It actually seeps into the skin and sinks into the skin. It doesn't sit on top of it, so it doesn't make you oilier throughout the day at all. It's one of the most perfect moisturizers that I've ever used. And when I do see it at like stores, I try to pick it up because it really is that good. I will say though that once it comes to like winter months, it's not the heaviest moisturizer. So if you need a little extra hydration, might not be this one, but it still is a really good moisturizer, especially if you have oily skin and you don't want anything too heavy or too thick on your face. This is the True Botanicals Cleansing Balm. I talked about this one in the last Empties video that I did, but I was holding on to it because I want to do like a skincare favorites video, and that is one of the things that I want to talk about because it's one of the best cleansing balms that I've ever used. It is on the pricier side, but it's good. It's really good. Probably worth picking up. So I'm just putting it to the side because I already talked about it in an earlier video. Now I finally finished up my Mamonde Rose Water Toner. This, I don't know if it did anything. It's a toner. It's scented. Yeah, it has a very heavy perfume scent to it, which I didn't love. It didn't irritate my skin though, so I had no problems using it. I would use it typically in the morning. It smells really nice. But you know, some people don't want fragrance in their stuff, so which is fine. I wouldn't repurchase this. I'll just say that. I think that there are better toners out there. I quite frankly know the toners that I like. I'm just kind of working through all of the other toners because at a point, I kept buying the same toner over and over again, and I had all of these other toners in my collection that weren't being used, and I need to use them up, which is kind of why I finished this one up. And I'm pretty sure I have one, maybe 2 bottles of the toner that I'm talking about here. And you guys probably already know what it is. Yep. The Good Molecules Niacinamide Toner. This is all I need. It really is all I need. I have repurchased this more times than I can count. Every single Empties video I've done has had at least 1 bottle of the Good Molecules Niacinamide Toner. This is phenomenal at leaving your skin just bright and just like energized. And like there's just kind of like a glow to your skin that I can't explain. I genuinely can't. This is the perfect toner. This is the only toner that I need. Once I am done working through my stash, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to only buy the niacinamide toner. I just need to finish up the other ones that are in my collection. Good Molecules is, in my opinion, the best skincare brand on the market for its price point. Point blank, period. I said it, and I said it with my whole chest. It really is the best that is out there. So if you are working within a budget, and I do believe that when it comes to skincare, you don't have to spend a ton of money to get good skincare. Good Molecules. Like you can get everything, a full routine, whether it be for oily skin or dry skin at Good Molecules, and you'll be set. So I'm also going to put one of these to the side for my skincare favorites video. But yes, I have 2 of those. I also finished up this Gentle Retinol Cream. Did I talk about this one already? I don't even remember. But this is from Good Molecules as well. It's a really nice retinol cream. I wouldn't say this is my favorite over-the-counter retinol. I actually found a better one from It's Vist. Not It's Vist. It might be It's Vist. I'm trying to see if I can see it in my thing right there, but I can't. But this, I mean, it's a decent retinol cream if you're just getting started. Now, quite frankly, I have been on retinol for several years at this point, and I have been all the way up to tretinoin 1%, which I think is the highest percentage that they have, and it is a prescription product. So I've been on pretty heavy retinols, so these gentle ones don't do anything for my skin, at least to my knowledge. So this was a little bit too gentle for me, but if you are just getting started in retinols, if you're probably younger, I would say this is probably a good place to start. But it's not one that I would repurchase, because if I can see the other one, it might be It's This. That one I think works so much better for me. Actually, let me get it so that I don't keep telling y'all It's This and it's not that. Yeah, because I'm right, it's not that. It's actually this Remedy all-in-one treatment. So it's the Remedy for Dark Spots Nightly All-in-One Treatment. So it has retinol, mandelic acid, kojic acid, niacinamide, licorice root, tranexamic acid, all of that fun stuff. But retinol is really the key ingredient in this. It's the first sort of like thing that they point out to it, and it has all of these other good ingredients in there. So if you want like a really good retinol that I think is strong enough but for over the counter, this is the one that I would recommend. Sticking with good molecules because it seems to be at the top of everything, the hyaluronic acid serum. This is also a really good one from the brand. If you couldn't tell, I love good molecule products. I love hyaluronic acid, especially even though I have oily skin. I think a lot of times when you have oily skin, people will tend to overcorrect and try to get all of the things that are mattifying or dehydrating, and then your skin overproduces oil to compensate. So I try to keep my skin as hydrated as possible, but with products that will sink into the skin rather than sit on top of it and make me look oily. And the hyaluronic acid from Good Molecules, I think, does that really well. I used to use the one from The Ordinary, but I felt like that one sat on the skin a little bit more than this one. So this is one that I use instead of that one, and for the most part I use this one only at night. I do have a lighter serum that I go in with during the day. Speaking of the Clinique Moisturizer Serum, you guys know this is always in one of my videos as well. This is my morning serum for hydration. Love this. Perfection, lightweight, sinks into the skin. So this was kind of like a morning routine, night routine. So definitely recommend both of those highly, because whether you have dry skin or oily skin, keeping it hydrated and healthy is so important. Okay, remember that Mamond Rose Toner Water thingy-mabob that I showed you guys? Now that was actually a part of a set, and the other thing in that set was the Aqua Toning Emulsion. So this, I would say, is more like a essence. So sometimes I would go in with the toner and then I would go in with this kind of like essence on top of it. This was really nice. It also had that very, very strong scent, but it does have 4 times the hyaluronic acid. So I thought it was really good at hydrating. It was something that I added at night, I would say. And I do think that it was really nice and hydrating for the skin. So it was good. Like, I like the Mamond stuff, but I believe this is a Korean skincare brand. And with that, there is a lot of fragrance in it, so it's not one that I want to 100% recommend simply because of how much fragrance was included and is included in their products. The Refa Gentle Cleanser. This is actually a really good one. So it does have 15% glycerin in there and some hyaluronic acid. Now I will say that this again reminds me of a pretty gentle cleanser. I can still use this morning and night, but it isn't as stripping as some of the other cleansers. And even though I have oily skin and I don't like to strip my skin, I do like to make sure that my skin feels clean. And that's why I go in for like that Face Day Beauty cleanser more than anything else. Especially because at the end of the day, when I'm using my cleanser, it's because I'm taking off my makeup. And I want to feel like my skin has gotten rid of every single drop of makeup. I don't want anything to feel like it's on there. So this is one that I would prefer in like the morning time, but it can work at night, and I think it does a really, really good job at cleansing the skin. The Refa skincare line is actually really good, you guys, and on the affordable side. So if you are looking for a nice skincare line, Refa is great. And I also think that their stuff is genuinely aesthetically pleasing as well. This is all reusable too, so I believe I can keep the top of this and repurchase the bottom because it's this gorgeous like tin packaging. It's not plastic. I loved how they designed their stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly run through my skincare prescription empties because I don't think, I've probably talked about it before, and you know, I'm not gonna sit on it because you have to be prescribed it, but my retinol that I'm currently using, this was prescribed by my dermatologist, is a Raslor. I had asked to be, you know, kind of like taper off of the tretinoin because of how stripping and drying it made my skin feel, and I wanted something that would be less harsh. So I'm using a Raslor right now as my nighttime retinol, and as my daytime prescription product, I'm using a Nexton. This is a mix of clindamycin and benzoyl peroxide. Clindamycin is a antibiotic. It's a topical antibiotic for the face. So this is what I use in the morning. And the benzoyl peroxide is really good. You can get that as a wash over the counter, but I believe it's the clindamycin in this that is prescription grade. So what I do try to avoid doing is using this in the morning and the retinol at night because it can be a little bit harsh for my skin. So I try to alternate between one day retinol and then one day the Nexton. Unless I'm having a really bad flare, then I will use both at the same time. If you couldn't tell, I love skincare. I spend a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of like thought into what my skincare routine looks like, and I actually enjoy it. I know not everybody wants to be doing multiple steps, but for me, I really do enjoy it, and I try to keep my skin as healthy as possible. Another Rapha product, this is actually their Intense Hydration Cream. They do have a lighter version of this, which I think is a good daytime cream, and this is a really good nighttime cream. This I used a ton in like the wintry months. This I used a lot when my skin just needed a little extra oomph overnight, because I think it works really well once you're asleep to help plump the skin, help to heal the skin. I 100% recommend this if you have dry skin, or just simply if you have oily skin and it's the winter time and you want to make sure that your skin does not lose its hydration. Cleansing oil, and I'm gonna go through this one quickly because I don't know what's going on with Uma Beauty. Do they still exist? Do they not? Who knows? But I picked this up at Walmart. This is their Au Natural cleansing oil. I don't know if this still exists. It was really nice. It's a cleansing oil. This is like a cleansing balm. I think I prefer cleansing balms over oils now. I used to use oils more when I first started off with my double cleanse, but now I just think I'm a balm gal. Overall, it wasn't bad. It was fine. It did exactly what it said it would do. Can't complain, and I believe it was on the cheaper end because the Uma Beauty by Sharon C brand was kind of like the drugstore version of Uma Beauty. My first skincare product, this is just a Victoria's Secret lotion. Jungle Lily. Yeah, this was very, very summery. It smells good. I have a lot of like Victoria's Secret and Bath & Body Works creams and lotions that I buy when they're on sale. And I'm kind of want to pause from all of them so that I can use them up because like I have a lot. I definitely don't need any lotions at least for like the next 6 months. That's the goal, is use up every single one of them. Now, this product is from The Ordinary. For the most part, I have pretty much switched over from using The Ordinary to Good Molecules. But the one product that I will say The Ordinary has over Good Molecules is their glycolic acid toner. Now, this is the 7% solution, so it is on the stronger side of things, but this is perfection. Now, glycolic acid is a exfoliant. It's a chemical exfoliant. So I use this at night. You know, after I've done all of my cleansing or whatever, I go in with this chemical exfoliant just to make sure that my skin is, again, getting that refresh. And I know people have used it for like dark spots on their like elbows. Is my elbow dark? Oh, ashy. I apologize. Why is my elbow so ashy? Anyways, maybe okay. Dark spots on their elbows and their underarms, all of that fun jazz. I need to buy another bottle of this because those elbows were, what was that? But yes, great product. If you're looking for a good glycolic acid toner, I would say The Ordinary has the best one. The Good Molecules one, I want to say, is also like a much smaller percentage. I think it's like 3-ish%. This is 7%. So it's significantly stronger, but I also think way more effective. Cleansing balms. So I got this in PR from the Versed. This is a really good cleansing balm. Really, really enjoy this. I think that now I've found like pretty decent cleansing balms. And I would say that all the cleansing balms that I use now are better than the Clinique one, and the Clinique one is stupid expensive. So if you need a good cleansing balm, you can buy the Versed. The True Botanicals one is a little bit pricey, but it's worth it. Versed, Blend Bunny has one for $13. Vanilla & Co., amazing, and I think that one is also like way cheaper and like almost double the amount of product. But this is a really good cleansing balm. Would definitely recommend this and would totally pick this up again. Really good at getting rid of like stubborn eyeliner and all that fun jazz. Okay, well, we do have a couple more products. I have another one of the Clinique Supercharged Moisture Concentrate. Again, I go through these at least once a month, so, and it's one that I buy in bulk when I go to the cosmetics company store. And I have been using that for at least 5 years. And I'm saying at least because it's probably been longer. I got this in like a free kit or gift or something like that, like a Sephora kit or something like that. This is the Farsali, the Reset Fluid Renewal Cream. It's meant to brighten, smooth, and firm. It has vitamin C, peptides, niacinamide, and ceramides. It was just a moisturizer. Didn't stand out to me. Doesn't really make me feel any kind of way. It was a moisturizer. That's it. And I have not heard much from or about Farsali in a minute. Okay, So I also got this in one of those like Sephora kits or Ulta kits or something. This is the Ren Glow Tonic. So this, I believe, is a glycolic acid toner. This was a really good travel size. I think it was fine. I also do think that this was a little bit, it was fine in terms of like it was a toner, but I do think that my skin did tingle a little bit using this. So when it comes to glycolic acids, The Ordinary, just buy The Ordinary's one. Seriously, like there's nothing else I can say. I have the discolorations correcting serum from Good Molecules as well. This was okay. I wouldn't say it's like the best at like addressing discoloration or hyperpigmentation. My recommendation for that would be the Topicals Faded Cream is amazing. I'm also using one right now that I think I like. I haven't fully formed my thoughts on it yet, but I think I like it. But in terms of like fading hyperpigmentation, Topicals Faded Cream. Just trust me on it. A couple of eye creams. I have the Awake eye cream from Face Theory. Loved this. And when it comes to eye creams, I'm a little bit picky because sometimes they do irritate my lids. My lids are really, really sensitive. Yours probably are too. It's like the thinnest part of like the skin on your face. So my lids are really sensitive. But the Awake eye cream was really good at like helping it to be plump and hydrated and did not cause any tingling or irritation. This is on the more expensive end though, and I did get it in PR. If it was cheap, I'd probably repurchase it. I also have the caffeine eye cream from, what's the Sephora brand? The Inkyless. This is nice. I use this in the morning. It is really hydrating. I think it's good to like, you know, kind of like plump up your under eye area so you look like nice and bright and awake. But, you know, it was okay. It's nice. I mean, I shouldn't say it was okay because I have repurchased it and I believe I have 2 more of it. So I am enjoying it, especially as a morning eye cream. One of the things that I have struggled with is finding the right morning eye cream. And I think that that is a good one for me right now. Okay. Ton of liners and let's just go through them. So I have 2 of the black liners from the Sephora collection. These are really good. Are these all supposed to be in there? But sometimes the tip does get like pretty stuck and flayed out and whatnot. So I try to buy these during the Sephora VIP sales. So I can get them at 30% off. So I have 2 in the black and 1 in the brown. I really like the brown. I really like the brown one because it is good for those days when I want a wing, but something that's a little bit less harsh than black. Or if I'm not doing a really smoky outer eye, then the black looks extremely stark, but brown helps tone it down a bit. Then I have my House Labs liners. This is from the OG old House Labs. This was the best eyeliner I've ever used. And I had bought a couple of these. I had bought backups of these because this has the most perfect tip. And what I struggle with the Sephora one is that after a while the tip starts to like flare out. So you can't get like a really crisp wing. The House Labs one, I need them to bring this back. It was perfect. This was the perfect eyeliner. Also, speaking of perfect eyeliners, this Tom Ford eyeliner duo, perfection. So the thing about this one is that it has a really thin tip on one end. And, sorry, oh, that was the thick one. A thick tip on one end and then a really, really thin one on the other end. So it was like a dual liner. Amazing. Expensive, but probably the second best eyeliner I've ever used. So good. I love this one so much. I should see if my CCO has these. And if it ever goes on clearance so I can buy another one because this one's amazing. In terms of brow pencils, the Precisely My Brow, this is shade number 5. I think I've been through a couple of these. This is the best brow pencil I've ever used. It's so good. Definitely understandable why they're known for that. This is a Shop Miss A brow pencil. It's a little harsh. It's a little harsh on the brow. It's not as waxy, so you definitely feel like you're dragging it across your skin, which is never a good feeling. I also have this brow pencil from NYX, which, why is it this color? Anyways, it's empty, so I guess I used this out a long time ago. So these are the 3 brow pencils that I emptied. And we just have 4 products left. First is this eye cream from Mapilim. I don't know where I got this. This was definitely one of those like gift sets where it was one of the products in there. It was fine. Would definitely not repurchase this. This definitely did not stand out in my eyes whatsoever. I have this wrinkle correction serum from the Origins. This was actually really nice. And I have another sample of this. I really like this because I feel like I'm starting to see wrinkles or like smile lines in my eyes. So I really have been concentrating this in that area. And I think I'm seeing a difference. So yeah, I would definitely pick this up again in full size. I have a primer from Bite Beauty. Y'all know Bite Beauty isn't anymore, but this was their Change Maker Skin Optimizing Primer. This I really enjoyed. It was made in France. It has such a nice hydrating texture, but not to the point where it felt like it was making my skin oily, which is what, you know, a lot of hydrating primers I struggle with because they do end up being oily on me, but that one is actually really, really nice. And then the last product is the Advanced Night Eye Repair Cream from Estee Lauder. The Advanced Night line from Estee Lauder, perfection. Like, I wish I could say bad things about that. Because if you know how expensive that line is, you would understand. But it really is good. it's really good. So I can't say anything bad about it. It's really good. The eye cream is also exceptional. I love putting it on. I mean, it's a night cream. So I put it on at night and I feel like I wake up and my skin is just like new and fresh. Like, perfect. The same with the actual face serum. Like, that makes my skin look so good. It's like repairing and refreshing my skin as I sleep. So if you can get it at the CCO on like a sale or something, I would definitely recommend picking it up, plus the face serum. Okay, so that's it. I am done. I'm gonna go throw out this trash and get to like the rest of the things I need to do today. Thank you guys for watching my Empties video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you all so much more than you know. If you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button on your way out, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!